Hello everyone. Going to be recording a 500 NL play and explain. It is 12:30 on a Thursday, 12:30 Eastern time. Games are relatively good, relatively bad. The ones that are good, but the rest of them are pretty bad. Considering opening King 10-0, there's a huge fish in the small blind, but I think I'm going to just fold. It's a normal fold for me. Here with the ace queen, I'm going to put in the 4-bet if the big blind folds. So we'll be raising it up. This game is pretty bad, I think. So I think I'll stick it out for a few more orbits, but will likely just be like a lot of battling. Maybe the short stack is a weaker player, but his HUD stats appear to be pretty reggy or like pretty tight. So yeah, we'll wait it out for a few orbits, but considering leaving this bottom left table. Top left, opening ace-5 suited from the cutoff. Both blinds are pretty fishy, so could consider sizing up. So we'll be c-betting this hand. Want to start putting in money against draws that we dominate. Not a terrible candidate to have as a multi-street bluff, but I think we'll see what the run out is first. Yeah, I'm really surprised these two players left because seat 5 and seat 6 are pretty fishy. This bottom right table, I just joined a few orbits ago, so I don't really have any reads. But I guess I have some soft reads. Both blinds appear to be fishy, but only 15 hands, so nothing concrete. Here, this hand is just a premium versus the superfish, so we will be in there 3-betting if it folds to us. So this guy, like, you can see he's 3-betting 20%, so definitely isolating this guy, but this is a little too weak to cold 4-bet, I think, and a little too weak to cold call. I think actually, like, now that I'm starting to think about it, I might want to start having a cold calling range here in this exact formation where it goes like hijack open, cutoff 3-bet. I want to be in there because we're deep against the superfish and we want to be playing pots. Yeah, and as you can see, check call, donk, jammed. So superfish. Yeah, I guess he had nothing. Didn't even have a gutter. Yeah, superfish confirmed. Okay. We flop a gutter, a backdoor flush draw. I think we're just going to call. Don't think we want to have many raises on this board. Considering we don't have any sets. We have a bunch of 2 pairs, but here this is pretty close. I think this guy's not that big of a fish, so I'm gonna pass on isolating, but I think you could definitely just like ISO this hand, considering it's like a cutoff limp. And facing the check back, gonna stab the river, gonna go like 60% or so. Mostly targeting a size, maybe some low pocket pairs. Okay, and a pretty easy fold, I think. Pretty interesting line. Yeah, this is the stuff I'm talking about. I'm just like kind of waiting for the superfish to just like blow up in a spot where he shouldn't be blowing up. Like sticking 1k in with like, I don't know, who knows. Kind of want to see the action of that hand. Looks like we got a short stack that joined the table, so that's always a good sign. Guess we'll go over here. So blind versus blind. Looks like he bet call. Looks like he checked, big blind stabbed, and he just rips in. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff. Can't tell you if that's probably a bluff or a value, or like it's probably pretty merged. Like it was a 5, 4, 3, 3 run out. He could have like a 5 or a 4 or like some middling pocket pair, who knows. So yeah, this has been happening a lot. C5 opening 4x. Actually, both 5 and 6 have been opening 4x. So maybe one of them started doing it and then the other one just like picked it up. I'm not really sure. I think that was a limp. Would consider betting with a 9 with a better kicker, but I think maybe I should just be betting all my 9s, assuming that all jacks just bet the flop, and we could use some protection with a small bet. And now we're kind of screwed, I think. Yeah, I think this is like a little too low to be bluff catching. Villain can have like infinite queens, infinite straights, some 2 pairs. We have infinite straights, tons of 2 pair as well, so don't think we need to bluff catch with 3rd pair, no kicker. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this game. This game is pretty bad. I'm actually gonna stay. This villain cold calling from the hijack is a pretty good sign that they're not a good reg. So I'm going to stick it out a few orbits and see if he ends up being like a fish. Yeah, that's a good sign. Would squeeze if the villain c6 was a little deeper, but I think I'm just gonna call this hand. And here 3-betting. I may consider flatting here if this villain calls, but okay, he does call. Okay, guess we're going multi-way. This is a pretty gross spot actually. Facing a pot-sized bet. I think I'm actually gonna fold, given this guy is like super tight, and even if we have the best hand now, we're probably dodging, we're fading a ton of outs. I mean, this guy didn't raise though. He probably raises like king jack plus. I have no idea what to do here, so I'm just gonna fold. Tight fold pays off. Kind of similar scenario here. I think I'm gonna fold because, yeah, bottom pair multi-way is not that strong. And over here I'm gonna put in the 3-bet. We are a little deeper, so perhaps I should check. I guess this is actually a fold when we're 150 bigs. Defending here. Yeah, it must be nice to get action with top pair no kicker. I'm gonna fold versus big. I'm really surprised seat 1 flatted with Jack 10 on Jack 10-7 two-tone. Like, that would have really fucked me up if I had like ace jack there, because I'm probably gonna play like a raise fold strategy, given that SPR was so low. Like on Jack 10-7, if I have like maybe like king jack plus, I'm probably just like putting in the raise to deny equity. Actually no, I have plenty of hands that want to call there, like 10-9, 8-7, 9-7, stuff like that. But yeah, I even considered raising queen jack, which is probably a disaster actually in hindsight. And yeah, it's probably why I considered raising but didn't actually follow through with it. Yep, there's that big open again. Really surprised to see 2 cold calls. So this guy plays like a pretty aggressive 3-bet strategy. He's 3-betting close to 50%. So it might be worth considering. I've just been like calling a lot, but maybe it's worth considering just like cold 4-betting. cold 4-betting or like, you know, 4-betting, not cold. Okay, it looks like this particular villain has not been 3-betting that much. Which is a little scary, but could just be that he's card dead. Okay, we got a hand down here. And gonna fold the ace-3. Here, just gonna check back range. Expect villain to be checking very high frequency on this board. I think if they check twice, we can start stabbing and get some ace highs to fold. Yeah. So pretty easy fold, I think. Don't think we want to float. Here, pretty annoying flop with jacks. I think we're just gonna have to check and probably just check call down. And don't really see a reason to bet. Damn, looks like this fish left. I would have been really comfortable calling the flop bet and the turn bet and the river bet, but I'm not gonna fold. But I just hate like when they check the flop and start stabbing turns. So I think the board pairing river matters a lot. Any ace has like a queen kicker, so I think they bet thinner for value now, and also like don't bluff as much. But for the price, I think the price is too good. Villain has so many bluffs, so guess we just pay this guy off. Nice hand. Yeah, I was kind of worried that, Jesus, gotta stack this guy before he loses it all. I was kind of worried that they might even be value betting a queen, but it's probably not realistic. If under the gun opens, I might consider flatting eights. Just to try to keep the big blind in. And I don't think, actually I don't know, but I'm gonna just do it anyway. Damn it, they do squeeze. Okay, so pretty easy fold, I think. He should be incentivized to call because he wants to play with the big blind, so I think this is gonna be a little strong. I mean, we could probably just peel with eights, but I think I'm pretty indifferent. This is not normally a 3-bet, but given the big open size and this guy's opening 30%, this is a 3-bet. Not really sure what size to use. I think I'm gonna go something like this. I'm probably just gonna have to call it off if they jam. Gonna 3-bet the ace-6-0. Gonna fold. Really want to just start like cold 4-betting, but it's probably better to wait till we're in position or have like somewhat playable hand. Here, I'm gonna check. Hopefully villain just starts stabbing everything. I think with top set we can just call. Kind of tempted to raise, but just keeping their ear. Here you're gonna 3-bet again. Pretty same game plan as last time. And I think we just stick it in now. Probably just gonna stick with a range bet here. Wow, I'm really surprised they folded. And look, the fish actually had a hand this time. Good for him. Got called by tens. And probably just shutting it down now. Prefer betting like 9s and 10s over like kings, queens, maybe even jacks, because 9s needs a little more protection. And do we want to turn 9s into a bluff? I think we could. I guess the only thing we beat are like villains, pocket pairs, and maybe some 5x. They probably float the flop a decent amount with like suited broadways. So if we bet, we could maybe get a queen or 10 to fold. And an ace is probably never folding. We really don't have many worse hands here, but I think I'm just going to check. Yeah, not really sure about this one. Betting might be better. You're gonna squeeze the 10s. And I think 9s is not gonna be a bluff catch. Okay, gonna check 10s here. I mean, I think we just stick it in, right? No point in calling and leaving behind $53, so maybe there is actually. If villain's bluffing, maybe they don't call. I don't know. I'm just gonna stick it in, I guess. Damn it. Should have just called. I think it's a wash either way. Maybe it's slightly better to just call. I think if they had like any piece, any pair. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, just been card dead over here, and also just like it's been going like raise 3-bet so much that I'm just like getting pushed out. So maybe I need to start cold 4-betting, like somewhat wider, but Not really sure what adjustments to make yet. Like maybe if it goes 3-bet, maybe I should be getting in there with the ace 10 off. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. I think this is just a little too weak. Like I think like ace jack off, I'm in there. Yeah, I'm gonna call this. No. It's like it wouldn't have hurt so bad if they hit one of their overs. But when they bink that gut shot, it just hurts so much more. Well, pretty tempting to 3-bet this, but maybe I should be. Like, no, that's really wide. Okay, back in here again with the 3-bet. Oh shit, there's a short stack, so this is gonna be awkward. I mean, I'm still gonna 3-bet, but it's just gonna look so strong. Maybe I should go a little smaller, but I don't think it really makes a difference. Here, gonna go for 2 streets of value. Villain checks back. I think they should be betting somewhat frequently on this board. Don't really expect them to be checking many flush draws. I think I'm just gonna go bet. And yeah, I think the jack of hearts is really nice too, because I think that's like the one flush draw they're gonna be checking. Or like more likely to be checking. Who knows what people actually do in game. I've been playing around with like a big size and a small size when villain checks flop. Don't really know which one I prefer yet. I think small size is good because generally their range is weak, but like I think people are also like kind of inelastic there. So when we have like a top end value hand, I kind of like going big to maximize value. Whoa, this guy folded. I get to play a hand. Alright. Good thing is this fish is on a heater, so and on this board I think we're just gonna fold. Oh yeah, I should leave this game actually. Completely forgot I stayed for this fish and the fish left. Facing big, don't think we get the fold bottom pair. I think that's a better turn card for us. Should probably take a second to consider leading, but yeah, this is too good to bluff, too weak to value bet. So just checking, and probably just gonna check call, but villain doesn't bet. Back. This might be the most boring play and explain ever created. But who knows? We got 20 minutes left. There might be some action. Jeez. Slightly loose open, but gonna open because I think at least 2 out of the 4 players left are kind of fishy. Knuffle spot. Short stack knuffle spot, actually. I just got notes on this. Wonder what I'm supposed to do. Probably supposed to just jam. Yeah, let's just stick it in. I think we have the best hand sometimes. We get called by worse. Never folding, so it's just like, do we call to raise turn, or do we call to get it in on turns, or do we just raise now? Yeah, I think it's just the cooler when you run into top pair in a knuffle spot. Here gonna call with king 3 suited. Here you're gonna see bet big. And here, do we want to start bluffing? I think we could. I think I'm going to. Oops, didn't get my hotkey in. And I'm gonna go big again. And guess we just fold. Do we have a combo draw? We do not. 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess that's a 4-liner. I think we could stab. I think I'm gonna go for it. I was considering whether to like check raise, check to check raise, or check to try to get to the river 1-bet, but I think I'm just gonna go bet. Here you're gonna have 3-bet 7s versus the fish, the mega fish. Could consider flatting too, but okay, there we go. There's the action I was wanting. I think I'm gonna actually check this back because I think they're gonna spaz more. I don't know. Paired board, they might spaz to the small size. So I guess I'll see bet here. No, it's so sad. I guess we just bluff. I think a lot of their range contains a 10, so or like a lot of their turn call range contains a 10. Here, I guess we just call too. Yeah, it's kind of what I was worried about. And another novel spot. I think I'm going to call here. And I'm going to raise if they bet, but they check, so I'm going to bet. And we will be following through on the river. Oh, like where is this? Oh man, maybe I should have checked the quads. Just like seeing this guy get all the money, so sad. So, Jesus Christ. He's just like in there with ace jack because he knows it's good. Oh man. Some action at these. So we river a flush, which is always good. Here you're gonna call and probably call rivers. I think that's a really good river to call on, especially since we have the ace of spades. Maybe I should have considered leading for value. Actually, yeah, that's. Oh man. You know what's funny? If I flat the sevens pre-flop and the flop comes 7-7 deuce, maybe he just like triples off. But I 3-bet and I took the betting, I took the aggression from him, and maybe he just like check folds a lot. Oh jeez. Oh boy. And there goes the money. Rebuy? No. All right, C3, you got some big shoes to fill. Got some really big shoes to fill. Just gonna play a pure 3-bet fold strat, so I'm gonna 3-bet this. The small blind coming in with a flat is a little concerning, but maybe they're on winner's tilt because they just won, I don't know, 3K in a matter of minutes. Oh my god. Here gonna ISO this fish. Probably not gonna call this because this guy's been pretty tight. I don't think fours has enough equity versus his range, and it actually did. We're calling what, like 70? We're calling, yeah, pretty much like 80 to win 180. So I need like 40% equity. Yeah, I think it's pretty close, but I think we gotta fold fours there. Versus big. I think I'm still gonna call. Don't really know what to make of this bet, but ace high on a paired board seems pretty good. And just gonna check this down. And gonna ISO sixes. Gonna c-bet small. And just gonna check the spec. It's actually a terrible river to bluff catch, I think. Still have bluffs like king, queen, king, jack, queen, jack. Maybe some like jack 8, queen 8, but I think a lot of their bluffs are reduced. You bet pretty fast too. I'm gonna call. Good old ace-deuce suited. guys hear this cat purring? Alright, back to the action. This is actually a 3-bet a lot of the times and a fold sometimes, so I think I'm gonna 3-bet. Check with the 100. Oh, this is actually a call when we're 100 big blinds. So some weird shit going on over here. I'm gonna 3-bet the ace-3. I'm gonna check back ace-high on this board. I think we have the best hand a lot. Don't really need protection. Could just bet to take it down, but I want to check and maybe give villain an opportunity to bluff if they choose to do so. And yeah, I think once it gets to the river, we're gonna lose to a lot of ace high and win sometimes against some king high. Pretty interesting board. I think I'm going to start off with a check. I mean, we could bet. We're not getting many better hands to fold, I think. Except for maybe some better ace highs, but I think I'm going to check. And I think I'm going to set this up for a river 1-bet if I can. Okay, and we will be bluffing the river. Weird spot, but I think I'm going to fold. What better hands do we get to fold? Maybe some ace 10, ace queen, maybe a pocket pair folds. I was so excited for the river 1-bet except for the board paired. Now I'm questioning everything, but I think I'm gonna still go for it. Okay, facing pot size bet. I think we just fold. Yikes. I called by ace 8. Good for him. I'm gonna start off with a small bet here. Well, I just got absolutely owned by that guy. Oh, I gotta put in the squeeze. Not gonna go too big. Okay, I think I'm gonna check range through a bet pot multi-way. Hand doesn't need a ton of protection. facing a big bet. Pretty tempted to just jam. I don't know. I guess we can just call. You're gonna put in the 4-bet. Think I'm gonna jam. I think we only lose to ace-jack. Okay, well, money's going in regardless, I guess. And we hold. Oof. We hold against the good ones. We lose when the villain has a gut shot. Yeah, I think villain just has a ton of flush draws. I guess they can have some sets, but I feel like a set, maybe they do use like that 60% sizing. Basically expected that range to be equity driven, and expected a decent portion of flush draws to like bet call it off. So just decided to jam top pair, good kicker there, which I think is fine. Wonder if I should be like, yeah, I don't know. I guess I have a ton of worse hands to call with, like queen jack, jack 10, pocket 10s, stuff like that. Well, the reason why I wanted to record was to hopefully win a 2K pot against a mega fish, but unfortunately we were card dead, and the one time we did flop quads, he just check folded on a paired board, so it is what it is. I think that's probably the biggest fish I've ever seen. Like, that was nuts. Sticking in like 1K, 1500, like 300 big blinds with like second pair as a bluff. Or like, yeah, that was ridiculous. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.